Hello students. So students, in the previous class we were talking about in the chapter about that of the acceleration due to gravity. What is acceleration due to gravity? So when an object is dropped from a certain height, then it will fall with a uniform acceleration, and since this acceleration is produced in the body is due to that of the gravitational pull, so we will call it as a acceleration due to gravity, which is represented by small g. So this is small g, it is the acceleration due to gravity. Okay. Now this acceleration due to gravity is having a relationship with that of the capital G. So we will write that the small g is equals to capital G into m upon r square. So this is the equation which helps in finding the acceleration due to gravity of a place. Now let me tell you one more thing, that acceleration due to gravity, it varies from place to place. Okay, it is because of the radius, students. Is the radius of the earth is not you can say constant, so the value of acceleration is also not constant. Okay, now we had also studied one thing that is g is maximum at the surface of earth. Okay, but it starts decreasing as it moves in the upward direction or it moves in the downward direction. In both the cases, the value of the g, it decreases. Okay. Now you see student, here we all had discussed and we had done our numericals related to it, and with the help of the numerical we find one more thing, that acceleration due to gravity. If you want to find the acceleration due to gravity of earth, that will be equals to 1/6. Sorry, acceleration of gravity of the moon of a body will be equals to 1/6 of that of the acceleration due to gravity of earth. Okay, so g here, if we talk this acceleration due to gravity at moon, this will be 1/6 of that of the acceleration due to gravity on earth. Okay, so this was about that of the gravitation value of this acceleration due to gravity. Now let us move and try to understand that is the equation of motion and gravitation. So students, we have done one thing, students, that is equation of motion, and you know that the equation of motion is what? There are three equation of motion. Equation of motion and freely falling body. And freely falling body. Equation of motion and freely falling body. Now you see students, if we talk about that, so we know that if you see that the general equation, so this equation basically developed when there is a acceleration in the body, and the same thing here also, students, that an object when it free fall, then a uniform acceleration is developed. Okay, so we can use that acceleration in the equation of motion. So let us see what is the general equation of motion. Equation of motion. Let me write it here. General equation of motion. General equation of motion, you see student, that is, we call it a u is equals to v is equals to u plus at. V is equals to u plus at. Second one is S is equals to ut plus half at square. Third one is v square is equals to u square plus 2as. So these are what? These are the three equation of motion, the general equation of motion that we have already studied in chapter first of the physics, that is motion. Okay, now you see student, if we see that, so this is just general equation of motion student, that is v is equals to u plus at, s is equals to ut plus half at square, v square is equals to u square plus 2as. Now if we talk about that of an equation of a freely falling body. Of a freely falling body. Equation of a freely falling body student. So in place of the A, that is acceleration, we can write, because since here we are talking about the freely falling body, so you see that when a body is dropped from somewhere, that is a freely falling body, and at that time the acceleration that we use, it will be not A, but in place of that it will be acceleration due to gravity. So we will write here V is equals to U plus GT instead of AT. Then next one is F is equals to UT plus half GT square, and V square is equals to U square plus 2GH. Now let me tell you one more thing student, here is the distance. So in this case, in a general case, what we used to see that if suppose an object is here and it moves up to here, that is A to B. So this is what? This is the distance traveled by the object, which we represent by S. Okay. But when we talk in case of a gravitation or a freely falling body students, at that time object is kept at a certain distance here and it is coming to here. So this is the A to B. So this object is falling this one. So what is this? This is the distance traveled by the object from A to B. But since it is coming from upward to downward, so what we will consider? We will consider it as a height. So instead of writing the distance S, we will mention here H. Okay. So we can say that S is replaced by H. So we can write here H is equals to UT plus half GT square. So now you see here this one, it changes to this one. This one changes to the second one. And here it changes to third one. Okay, so V is equals to UT plus half AT square, which changes to V is equals to U plus GT. And the second one, UT plus half, S is equals to UT plus half AT square. It will become, so H is equals to UT plus half GT square. First one was V is equals to U plus AT. So here it will become V is equals to U plus GT. And the third one is V square is equals to U square plus 2AS. So in place of that, we will write V square is equals to U square plus 2GH. Okay, so these are the three equation of motion students. Okay, so this is the general equation of motion. Here the equation for a freely falling body. Now we will see some of the questions related to that. But before that, there are some rules that we have to follow student. Let me write it, and after that we will move to the numerical section of this formula. When we were studying the equation of motion, there also we have seen some of the thing like where we have to put the plus or the minus. So the first one is when a body is falling downward, in downward direction. When a body is falling in a downward direction or vertically downward, it falling. So when a body is falling in the downward direction, then its velocity is increasing. And thus the acceleration due to gravity is taken as positive. So thus acceleration due to gravity is taken as positive. So you see, student, if suppose if a body is falling from a certain height and this time the body is falling in vertically downward, so at that time the velocity keeps on increasing, and since the velocity is increasing, so acceleration due to gravity should be taken as a positive. So whenever the body is coming vertically downward, you will take acceleration due to gravity as a positive one. Now what will happen when a body is falling in the upward direction? So when a body is falling in the upward direction, I'm not writing the whole sentence, you can understand by this that when the body is falling is thrown vertically upward. Okay. So we can write it that when a body is thrown vertically upward direction, its velocity is decreasing. So the acceleration due to gravity is taken as a negative. Okay, so we can say that its velocity is decreasing. So thus, so velocity is decreasing, so acceleration due to gravity is taken as a negative. So you see, students, that when a body is thrown vertically upward direction, at that time the velocity of the body keeps on decreasing. And when the velocity of the body keeps on decreasing, at that time the acceleration due to gravity, or g, will be taken as a negative. So you see that when body is dropped vertically downwards, so velocity keeps on increasing, and due to which the acceleration due to gravity is taken as positive. And when the body is thrown vertically upward direction, at that time the velocity keeps on decreasing, and the acceleration due to gravity is taken as a negative one. So one is positive, one is negative, totally depends in which direction it is going. Now there is another thing, students, that when a body is thrown from a particular height, at that time the initial velocity, that is u, is taken as 0. So we can write it. When a body is dropped freely it is dropped freely from a height the initial velocity is taken as 0. Okay, so we can say that when body is dropped freely from a certain height, at that time the initial velocity, we will take it as a 0. Okay, and when the body is thrown vertically upward, so here you see, student, when it is dropped from a certain height, at that time we will say that the body was at rest and it was dropped from a height. So at that time the initial velocity will be taken as a 0, and you will see that when body is thrown in the upward direction, so it is having some initial velocity, but since the velocity keeps on decreasing, it will reaches to a height and the velocity will become zero, and that velocity we will call it as a final velocity. So when the body thrown upward from a height, thrown upward to a height, students. Thrown upward, its final velocity v will be equals to 0. Okay, so you see here u will be equals to 0. So when a body is it should be dropped freely, student, not freeing. It should be freely. Okay, so you see, students, that when a body is dropped freely from a height, if suppose a body is there and it is dropped from a certain height, at that time the initial velocity will be equal to 0, students. Okay, why? Because at that time it was at rest, and when you leave it, it starts moving, so initial velocity will be 0. And when it is thrown vertically in the upward direction, the velocity keeps on decreasing, and at the highest point, the final velocity will become 0, and due to which it starts moving in the downward direction. So we can say that in both the cases, here in this case the u will be 0, initial velocity will be taken as 0, and here the final velocity will be taken as 0. So these are the some rules, students, that you should know about it, so that you can solve the numericals that is related to the equation of motion of a freely falling body. Let me remind you again. So first thing that we have studied here is that when body is thrown vertically in the downward direction, at that time the acceleration due to gravity should be taken as a positive. And when the body is thrown in the upward direction, at that time the velocity keeps on decreasing, and due to which the acceleration due to gravity should be taken as negative. Now when a body is dropped freely from a height, at that time the initial velocity will be equal to 0, and when the same body is thrown in the upward direction, at that time the velocity keeps on decreasing, so v will be equals to, that is final velocity will be equals to 0. Okay, so this is the basic rules. Now we can understand all these things when we apply it in the different numericals, and for that we have to do some of the numericals related to that. So let us write the first question, students. So you see, student, the first question is that to estimate the height of a bridge, to estimate the height of a bridge, to estimate the height of a bridge over a river, a stone is dropped. A stone is dropped freely in the river, freely from bridge. Now this stone takes 2 seconds to touch the water surface. It takes 2 seconds. To touch the water surface. Water surface. Calculate height. Calculate the height of the bridge to that of the water surface. Now see student, we have to find the height, and now what is the first thing that we have to see? That is, what are the things that is given here? So you see students, the thing which is given here is the time. You can see the time is already given, and that is 2 seconds. The other thing which is given, that the stone is just dropped freely into that of the river from that of the bridge. Okay, so since it is thrown freely in the downward direction, at that time you are knowing about it that initial velocity will be equals to 0. And what is the thing that we have to find here student is the height, which is we are going to find. Now one more thing is already given, and that is g. So value of the g will be equals to 9.8. Now the question here that whether we will take the value of a acceleration due to gravity as a positive one or as a negative one. So remember one thing, that acceleration due to gravity here, since it is dropped vertically downward, so at that time the velocity keeps on increasing. And if the velocity keeps on increasing, the acceleration due to gravity, we will take it as a positive. And here the value of the acceleration due to gravity, it will be 9.8 meter per second square. So you see student, all the things are given here, and with the help of these given, we have to find that which numerical or which formula of that of the equation of motion we can apply. So you see students, see, g is given, h we have to find, u and t is there. Now to find the h, there is the two equations. First is v square is equals to u square plus 2gh, and the second one is h is equals to ut plus half gt square. So these are the two equations students, and with the help of which we are able to find the h. Okay, now you see, we have to see that what are the things that is given here with the help of which we can find the value of a h very easily. So you see, already you see student, here the value of the g, if we say, so value of h we will say, so you see, so in this case v is there, u is there, g and h. Here we have u, we have g, but the value of the v is not given, so it is quite difficult for us to find the final velocity, and after that only we are able to find the height. And in this case students, initial velocity u is given, time is given, g is given. So you can see all the things are given, and we have to simply find the value of a h. So instead of using this equation, we will prefer this equation by which we can find the height of the bridge from that to that of the water surface. So simply we are going to use the second equation. So putting the value here, you see, h is equals to ut plus half at square. Right? This was the question. Okay. Now you see student, h that we have to find. U is what? U we have taken 0 because at that time the stone is freely falling. So since it is freely falling, so u we will take it as 0 there. And t is 2 seconds plus half. Here it will be in place of a u, it will be g. So half into 9.8 into 2 into 2. Okay. Now you see student, 0 into 2 will be 0. So here only, and this 2 will cancel each other. So h will be equals to 9.8 into 2. So this will be equals to 19.6 meter. How the meter came students? You see it is meter per second square. So square and square s, 2s is there, means second and second is there. So meter per second square into second square will cancel each other and only meter will be left. So answer will be in meter. So H will be equals to 19.6 meter. Okay, so we get the value of the H easily if we are able to put the value of all the different components in this equation. Absolutely, we are going to find the height. Okay, so this is the first question. Let us write the next one and try to find it. That is, next question is, here we had discussed a question in which the stone is thrown in the vertically downward direction. Now we will take another numerical. So the next numerical is, a ball is thrown up. A ball is thrown up. Ball is thrown up with a speed of 15 meter per second. 15 meter per second. Okay. Now what we have to find here, students, how high will it go? How high will it go before it begins to fall? Before it begins to fall. It begins to fall. Now you see, student, this is the question. And in this question you have seen one thing, and that is, you see, the question is that a ball is thrown upward direction. Okay, so ball is thrown in the upward direction with the speed of 15 meter per second. So 15 meter per second is what? U. Because you are knowing that when an object is there, it is thrown in the upward direction, it is having the initial velocity. So this is what it is, the initial velocity, that is equals to 15 meter per second. Now since it is thrown in the upward direction, so velocity keeps on decreasing, student, and due to which the acceleration due to gravity, we will take it as a negative. So here G will be taken as a minus 9.8 meter per second square, and the final velocity will be equals to 0. What we have to find? We have to find H. Okay, so why the final velocity becomes 0, students? So we already had discussed in the rules also that when a ball is thrown in the upward direction, the velocity keeps on decreasing, and at a point the final velocity will be equals to 0. So U is given, B is given, G is given, we have to find H. So formula is V square is equals to U square plus 2GH. We will use this formula and try to find the value of H here. So simply put the values. So you see, student, V square is equals to U square plus 2GH, right? So V square is 0 here, so it will be 0 square is equals to U square. It will be equals to 15 into 15 plus 2 into minus 9.8 into H. Right? Now, we can write it 15 into 15. That will be equals to 225. So, we can write here 0 is equals to 225 plus, actually it will be not plus since minus is there. So this 2 will multiply with 9.8 and it will becomes equals to minus 19.6. So it will be 19.6 H. Okay. Or we can say now what we have to do, we have to take this h to the next to the left hand side. So this one, since it is a minus, when it comes to this side it will become plus. So we can write it here, plus, that is 19.6 h is equals to 225. Now we can write it here, that is h will be equals to 225 upon 19.6 meter. Now you have to solve it, and when you will solve it, student, you will get the value, and that value will be equals to 11.4 meter. Okay, so you see, student, that in this case you have seen that one of the, when you throw the ball in the downward direction, at that time we have taken g as a positive one, and when we throw the ball into the upward direction, at that time the value of the g we have taken as a negative one. So we are using the rules here well. Okay.